Kia ora everyone, I'm Rebecca Sowden. I'm a former New Zealand football Fern and founder of Team Heron. Team Heron's a women's sports sponsorship and marketing agency, which I started 4 years ago during the last Women's World Cup, as I found that brands and sponsors weren't recognizing the value that women's sport and particularly women's football had to offer, and that those that were getting involved were simply doing a copy and paste job of their men's sport sponsorship, despite it being a completely different product and audience and opportunity. So I started advocating in the space, studying best in class women's sport sponsorship and marketing. And here I am today. And one of the campaigns I've been a part of and helping lead as a founding partner is Correct the Internet, which hopefully many of you have seen earlier in the year. It's a social cause campaign to help raise the visibility of sportswomen on the internet. So when you search or look up many statistics or facts online, you'll often get served a response that alludes to a sportsman, when in fact some of the results involve sportswomen. So if you take the example which we used in our hero video, which international footballer has scored the most goals? The internet will tell you it's Ronaldo, when in fact it's Canadian footballer Christine Sinclair. And this wasn't just a one-off. There's a whole plethora of results like this, giving incorrect results in return and showing that bias towards sportsmen instead of sportswomen. So we put Correct the Internet together, not only to raise awareness about the issue and make sure people knew what was going on, but we also wanted to change it. So we created a simple online tool on our internet site, correcttheinternet.com. So head along. You can pick one of the 30 or so statistics we've found to be incorrect, or you can actually enter your own and we can get some support behind one of your favorite athletes or sports codes. But you just follow a few steps, seamless, click, 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 and then that, in fact, submits feedback to these big search engines, which goes directly to their engineers, goes up the chain, and can hope to correct these algorithms and give sportswomen and women's sport the recognition they deserve. So a lot of people might be like, oh, it's not a big deal. You can just search further down, scroll down, find the correct result. But it actually has wider implications. So if your son or daughter's, looking up, searching online around a school project, and they keep getting delivered a result relating to men's sports instead of the correct women's sports, it's further perpetuating those kind of views and perceptions that women's sports second tier or not as good as men's sport. For media who might be searching up to get information for their stories, can further perpetuate the incorrect information feed in news reports and article, and continue that low level of media coverage that women's sports gets. For the future, we look at technologies like ChatGPT and other AI software. It's only going to take these facts from search engines and further infiltrate the internet and society with this incorrect information. What about fans? Continues that women's sport is not as visible as men's sport and continues to take longer to kind of get the facts behind their favorite players or their favorite sports teams. So the pickup and support has been phenomenal for the campaign, and I guess that really goes to show it's a universal problem that we can all relate to and sits across all codes and all countries. So we've had media pick up and attention and coverage from States to India to Africa to down here in Australia and New Zealand. We've had support from athletes, including football sensation Alex Morgan out of the US. My personal favorite was when I woke up and had seen Billie Jean King, the icon of gender equality in sports, who posted about the campaign saying it was her favorite campaign in some of the videos. But we've also had organizations and stakeholders across the ecosystem come to support the campaign. So media partners like Television New Zealand, Sky, giving us free ad spots, outdoor media to really help promote the cause. We've had Together, which is a media platform in the States set up by basketball sensation Sue Bird and Alex Morgan get behind it. We've had sports organizations like New Zealand Sport, Women's Sport Australia, female athlete project. So really, it's been this collective effort and a united voice that is creating this awareness and change. And for me, I think that's the key to women's sports growth and our unique opportunity as a community to drive the game forward. We create the most impact when we come together with a united voice, united action, and it's just such a trait that's unique to the women's sports community. It's such a interesting, unique vibe that women's sports really want to see the game progress. And many of the fans I speak to, and when I've done fan research, you say the Euros last year, I was at Wembley, and you speak to fans, and even though they were English and rooting for the Lionesses, at the end of the day, they would rather it be a good game and progress women's football and it succeed with record crowds than their own team win. And I think that's just something we really need to take and leverage and use that to our advantage to drive the game forward. So where are we at now with Correct the Internet? So aside from having amazing athletes and organizations come together and help spread the word and take action on this, having some great conversations with some tech platforms looking to help, mold and correct those statistics. We've already had a number of them corrected. And the great thing about this is we, the people, have the power to correct these algorithms. Because a lot of people kind of want to point blame to the tech companies that are delivering these results, but they're actually just delivering what they think us as humans want to be served, when in fact it's us as people who have written our inherent bias into the internet. So the great thing about that is we can actually rewrite the internet and correct it to reflect the true factual information around sports and give sportsmen and women's sports the recognition they deserve. So I encourage you all, head to correcttheinternet.com, pick one of the stats there, get correcting, and let's all give sportswomen and women's sport the visibility and recognition they deserve. Thank you.